Okay, quick Thursday morning radar update. FTSE has a bit of weight on it today, probably the metal stocks. At a guess, I will say. Pretty much inside days on everything else. In fact, everything is inside days. So nothing to see there. Extremely quiet market. Quick look through a couple of these. So what I thought I'd do this morning is just have a look at a couple of trades I'm in, what are in interesting areas. So, as always, do your own research. I have positions in everything I'm going to show here. What tends to happen, if you look at things, rephrase that. If I'm showing a process video, I'm probably, a lot of people will show this kind of thing, one what's working out fantastic. I do it myself, it's to enforce the process really. But, new 52-week highs, ergo, new 52-week highs, WHO, stuff like that. But, this is basically the reward and not the reward to risk. So I'm just going to show you a couple. I have positions. SPSY. I bought SPSY here. It's still going sideways. It's probably down a little bit on my account. It's coming towards results, and it's always good to know where the 10-month is, which is basically the 200-day. Let's just take the 5-month off. So it's one of those deeper pullbacks back into previous resistance becomes support. It's an area, it's not magic key to the kingdom, but trends will stair step, and that's an interesting one to me. Gap risk ahead. I've got my position on. I plan to trail and add either here or here, depending on what happens on the day, I suppose, and how it goes through this. So that's one idea, and another one, I have a position in this. It's right on my entry as well. And this one's just a little bit stronger. You can see it's riding there a little bit higher than the 200-day. 200-day is a deep pullback. In trends, you get maximum reward to risk. This one, which is half of the 200-day, the 100-day area, is what we call mean trend. Stocks will stair step off that. So I have a position. I took the position. We had a look at it on this day, gapped up, but didn't sort of break out. It just, if this had closed above the base, I would have looked at it the next day. But no, it hit my screens on this day here, so I got involved here. So this one's flat on my account as well. But, I've got a wider stop out of the noise, and I plan to trail the stop into around here. And if it trades above here, I will trail into here and add to the trade. So just two interesting ones on my sort of watch list, what fit my growth screen. Use it for process, do your own research. Don't trade with real money if you haven't got a methodology. Learn how something sort of makes money before you put real money in the game. That is the sensible way to go. The market is never going anywhere. But just two interesting ones, what are in a zone of reward to risk. That's what we do at Trading Bases. I take reward to risk scenarios. When it comes to posting about trades and talking about them later, the hindsight trade is it shows a great reward, doesn't it? All losers are -1. Winners are multiples of that. Sometimes 20 odd, sometimes 30 odd. That's the way reward to risk works. So let's just move over multiples VAR into the small cap volume leaders today and see what's in there. It's 936. We should have traded 19% to be on average volume. Let's have a quick look what's in there. We've got 42 on there today. Let's have a look. Financials are the ones what are really leading today. Just buzz through these. Got absolutely no data on this one, so you know, do your own research and all that. It did sort of do a little base cheat yesterday, didn't it, on this sort of but doesn't hit my screens, that one. Just buzz through. As I buzz through these, I'm actually looking at the growth and on another screen. I wish there was a way I could have a little window what showed the growth as well as I go down, but I'm not that technical. Maybe there is a way to do it, but I'm not sure. ACRL is a return to profit, return to growth, tick up in turnover, probably decelerating, but still ACRL. Not going to be high on the list, but oh no, it's accelerating on its turnover. High debt multiples for me, that one. W DX. Obviously, this one's been running for some time. This is a return to profit, return to growth, isn't it, as well? No forward numbers on these ones. Lose less. Lose more. Lose less. Lose less on that one. Not that much of interest in there today, but repetition is what it's all about. So tick back up in Traxis. I've looked at this a few times. I'm kind of struggling with it a bit myself. I think TRCS in the world of you know, it ticks a lot of boxes for me on the growth side of the equation. It's just the absolutely dog awful sort of price action. I know a lot of charts have got this in it, but you know, if I've already drawn a base here, and usually what that means is they just melt higher when I draw a little base. You know, I've kind of said if it tightens up, I'd look at it a bit closer, but you know, I think it's a week out from where we saw it. And I'll quickly have a look at the large caps there, see what's in there as well. So it's 940, we should have traded 20% to be an average volume. There's not much in the large caps today. Very lethargic market, but nothing really standing out on there. Obviously there's a few financials in again. Let's just buzz through these. Banks hit the swing screens a few weeks ago now. Already took I don't think I did trade the swing on one. Traded the house builders, didn't I? Not sure what that is on there yesterday, whether it actually traded that or whether it's just a bad tick. Yeah, nothing really to see there, is there, today? So, feels like a Friday. Kind of mixed, aren't we? Coming back into... we're still in a range. I think the thing you've got to... there's got to be a lot of opinions on this market at the moment. One market does not make a trend. The Nasdaq has been pulling in. And the Nasdaq does this a lot. It goes on its own little journey mid-bull market, and it does it a lot. Let me just move that out of the way. And very normal action. It's in that area of interest now, getting close to anyway. I think a gap down would be good for it. And that's where the interest will start to build again. But you know, as always, a lot of people think just because the Nasdaq's going down that everything else should follow it. Sometimes, but one market does not make a trend. And the DAX is just going sideways. Nothing wrong with that. Where we do business is still in melt mode. 250. So are we uncoupling for some time? We're definitely uncoupled recently, but you know, are we going to see it a little bit more exaggerated is basically the theme I'm going on. Growth stock's fantastic. You know, it's hard to sort of, well, you know, leave my brain outside the door. Really don't need an opinion on this. I just need to stay in the direction of least resistance, which is up. Okay.